Hello, beautiful ones. Let's talk about Mars today. Why is it important to talk about Mars? Mars, it's a complex one. It has loads of things. There is a lot of things that are regulated by our Mars in the natal chart. So the sign that we have the Mars in indicates the way we act, the way we like to do things, our capacity of acting. In case you don't know, people have different ways of acting. It's weird, but I think that's one of the reasons why there is so much problems in the world, because people don't realize that each person has a different way of acting. Even people with the same position of Mars in their natal chart act differently, because the natal chart is very complex. There is loads of things, but if we learn how to read the natal chart, it becomes easier to understand how we do things, how our partner or family or friends do things. And if everyone studied astrology, I think we would be more respectful and patient with other people, because we would understand how they do things, how they love, things they like. So, going back to Mars, it's important to know where our Mars is positioned, because that sign where Mars is going to help us to understand how we do things, how we should do things, to try to take the best energy out of that sign. So imagine if I have a Mars in Aries or Mars in Taurus, it will be completely different. The way that people with Mars in Aries do things and the way that people with Mars in Taurus do things, it's very different. So if we understand where we have our Mars, we are going to understand how we need to act on Earth to try to take out the best and the positive aspects of that particular sign. Also, Mars, it's a great help to try to understand what is the best profession for us. The profession, and the purpose, it's a complex subject. A lot of people in this time on Earth, as we are changing eras, we are coming from the era Pisces and we are moving to the era Aquarius. So there is a lot of confusion, and a lot of people want to know what is their purpose. If we learn how to read the natal chart, there is a great help in understand what would be our purpose, what things match better with us. But to find the profession, the right profession, to find the purpose, it's a complex thing. It's a search. So we need to try this, we need to try that. There is loads of things we need to do, because it's a constant search until we find something and we are like, yeah, this is it. The pros and the cons, because everything has pros and cons, but this profession with the pros and the cons, this is the best one for me. So find the purpose, find the profession is a constant search. But if we have the massive help from the natal chart, it's a shortcut, it's quicker and easier to understand our purpose. One day I will do a video just to try to find your purpose and the best profession in your natal chart, or at least like come a bit closer to it, because there is different planets and aspects that put together kind of gets closer to the purpose. But as I said, it's a bit complex. But Mars, it's one of those planets. If you know where you have your Mars, it's already like 20% or 30% of the way done, because you know how to do things, you know what type of environments you should be working in. So let's do this. I'm going to divide the Mars videos, and I'm going to do 3 signs per video, just because the videos were becoming very long, hard to edit. So that way is easier for me, because I can put the videos a bit quicker online, and that way we divide and is a bit more organized for you as well. So today we are going to talk about Mars in Aries, Mars in Taurus, and Mars in Gemini. So if you have one of those signs, or if you know someone that has one of those signs, just stay here with me. Also, if you don't know how to find Mars in your natal chart, I'm going to leave here a quick video just to teach you. I forgot to say that Mars in a woman's natal chart shows the type of man she's attracted to. If you remember the Venus, I said the placement of the Venus in a man's natal chart shows the type of woman he's attracted to. And here's the opposite. So if you are a woman and you have Mars in Aquarius, you are attracted by men that have Aquarius energies. How to find Mars in the natal chart? You need to come to this website, www.astro.com. Then it's exactly as we did for Venus. So horoscopes, I think the website changed recently. And then you come here, personal portrait. I already have mine in here, but if you don't have anything, I think if you scroll down, it will say to use for guest users, I think. And then you fill in your date of birth, name, hour of birth, everything, all your details, and then you come here to go. Then let's go back to horoscopes, and then you scroll down and you come here, chart drawing ascendant. This is mine, so you click here just to see it better, and then you need to look for this symbol. This symbol here, this circle with this arrow. Then I will leave here the correspondent sign to the symbol. In this case, as you can see, I have Mars in Virgo. Then different placements will show different signs. Okay, imagine if you have this symbol in here, you have Mars in Aquarius. If you have here, you have Mars in Capricorn. If you have here, you have Mars in Cancer. All right? Let's start with Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries, it's not a patient Mars. People with Mars in Aries, they are not very patient in doing things. They like to do things in quick and act and let's go and let's do. They don't have patience to wait for others to do things, or patience for the others to learn how to do things. Imagine that there is 4 people that went for a walk. One has Mars in Aries, other Mars in Gemini, other Mars in Cancer, other Mars in Scorpio. The people with Mars in Aries, they will be the ones on the front. They want to finish that walk quickly. The quicker it goes, the better. They are very objective. So imagine if you tell someone with Mars in Aries that we need to reach that goal by the end of the day, their focus will be reach the goal, reach the goal, reach the goal. And maybe other type of Mars, like maybe imagine a Mars in Gemini, will be more like, oh yeah, we have that goal, but let's talk here a bit about that and how we're going to do it. So it's different. So Mars in Aries is like, let's go for it, let's do it. It's very associated with the warrior energy. Imagine if Mars in Aries, it's the warrior that goes to the battlefield. Maybe Mars in Scorpio, it's more the detective, the spy. So just for you to understand the energy of Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries, it's all about get going, let's do it. If we said we were going to do it, why are we not doing it? They are like, quick, 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 do it. They have a lot of energy and they are very objective. The thing is, they are very quick and start things. They put all of that energy in starting, but then sometimes it's harder for them to finish the thing. Or they finish very quickly, or if it's a task that takes too long to be completed, they don't have that energy to persist, to stay there, like Mars in Earth signs like Taurus, Capricorn. Those people, they have energy to stay and focus. It's kind of do like a marathon. They have energy for that. Mars in Aries is not like that. They want to start, they want to finish. The quicker the better, because it will save them more energy. That's how they are. They have tendency, because of this, they have tendency of being independent, very individualists. They like to work alone. They like to do things at their own rhythm. It's a torture for them to be working with someone that is very slow. It doesn't work for Mars in Aries because they need to do things quick. They can be also a bit aggressive. They are impulsive. They are active. They can be a bit reactive and sometimes a bit more brutal than others. So they are very objective. So a woman with Mars in Aries, it's attracted by men that have these characteristics, men that are active, athletic, sporty, that they like to do things, that they are not very slow, that they have that, even a bit that sex appeal to them. They like men that is like the Greek god image that we have in our minds. So they like those men that are active, that do things, that they are the leaders, that they are the first ones to do things. Only if this Mars in a woman's natal chart is very affected by other planets that say the opposite. But if Mars doesn't have those other aspects and it's just like a Mars in Aries, and if you have Mars in Aries and you are a woman, you will notice this. So for professions, people with Mars in Aries, what they need? They need active professions. It's a torture for someone with Mars in Aries to make them sit down in front of a computer all day without any stimulation, without any goals, without any competition. It's really like against their nature because they have this energy in them. And imagine someone with Mars in Aries has a very slow profession, completely against their nature. These people can even become sick because everything that they are doing, imagine they spend more than 8 hours at work or 8 hours at work, it's 8 hours where they are fighting against all of this that they have inside. So people with Mars in Aries, if you have that position, you need to have something active. This Mars is very connected with martial arts or army or working self-employed, where you set your rules, you set your routine, you work in your rhythm, because people with Mars in Aries, they need freedom to follow their rhythm and to follow their instinct. So Mars in Aries people, don't go for professions that are very slow, very calm, that doesn't excite you, that they are very like routine, like is the opposite. Active, goals, leadership, athletic things. Doesn't mean it needs to be athletic, but at least needs to give you that sense of active energy. That's it. Mars in Aries, active energy, active professions. Then Mars in Taurus. For Mars in Taurus, forget everything that I said about Mars in Aries because it's completely the opposite. People with Mars in Taurus, they like to take their time to do things. They hate to be pushed around to do things quicker. They like to follow their own rhythm. It might take a while for them to start things, but when they start things, they have energy and capacity to take that thing forward in time, to persist with it. People with Mars in Taurus, they don't really like change things a lot. Taurus energies are more like slow but persistent energies. So as I said, it hurts to start, but when they start, they have power and energy to carry on the task for a while. But it's hard for them to change. You will notice that people with Mars in Taurus, they might be in a profession for a while. They're not very happy with it, but they stay. And it's hard for them to change. If they take the step of change professions, they change, but they get attached to that new profession again, and they might stay a long time in that profession again. They need calm and peace to act. They have patience. Is a Mars that is associated with beauty and art and even cuisine. Like they are good cookers. They like the flavors, the sauces. They like to try different things. It's a Mars. It's a very patient Mars. And it's good for people with Mars in Taurus. Any profession that is on this rhythm, that allows them to take their own rhythm to do things, also that is connected with nature or animals or gardens, anything that is calm, as beauty, they can take their own time to do things. People with Mars in Taurus, they don't do very well in very stressful professions or in very pressure-like professions. They don't like pressure. They need to do things on their rhythm, and normally their rhythm is a bit slower than, imagine, like a Mars in Aries. They kind of like to start something and finish it. They don't leave things in the middle, only if there is other aspects that say the opposite, completely the opposite in your natal chart. But normally people with Mars in Taurus always have a little bit of this, that they don't like to be pressurized. They like to take their things at their own rhythm. So is the opposite of Mars in Aries. If people with Mars in Taurus are in a profession where people are always pushing them and it's very stressful, like imagine working in an emergency room in a hospital, that will be maybe too much for them. They like to think about the diagnosis, and they like to have their time. So let's give here an example. Maybe a person with Mars in Taurus, between choosing to be in the emergency department of an hospital or work in a GP surgery where everything's a bit more calm and they have time to think about things and take care of people. Maybe for this type of energy, it would be better to go to the GP surgery where they have more time to talk with the person. They know the person goes and comes back, rather than in a hospital where everything's very quick, very stressful, and they lose their rhythm. Mars in Taurus, it's a bit more calm. And we need to respect our energies. So if you have Mars in Taurus, and if you are working in a profession that is very quick, very stressful, maybe it's not working for you because of that. So women with Mars in Taurus, they will be attracted for men that have these characteristics, that even are good in creating value. They give value to the money. They are good maybe with savings, or maybe that type of man that takes them out to a nice restaurant, nice hotel, or offers them an afternoon in the spa, something that is sense related, and also like charming men, tidy men. So it's a type of energy where people are more calm, more sophisticated, without pressure, without tension, everything flows. People with Mars in Taurus are more like that. Then Mars in Gemini. Let me start by saying that it doesn't matter the placement, so it doesn't matter the planet, but Gemini energies always has a duality, wherever it is. So these people like mental challenges. They are very versatile. So these people are good to work with communication, journalism, publicity, marketing, anything that is not very stuck, very boring. They need mental challenge. They have like the right speed to meet people and to introduce this one to that person and explaining 1,000 things at the same time. And maybe is those type of people that they are writing on the computer, they are on the phone at the same time. Is like people that they have energy to do more than one thing at the same time. different things, different subjects. Maybe today they are working as an estate agent and tomorrow they will be working as a teacher. They like different things. And I think people with Mars in Gemini, they should try different professions to see what is the best for them. They might mix two completely different professions together. Imagine they are a personal trainer, but they are also a psychologist. They mix together, they create something completely different. They deliver that to the people. So people with Mars in Aries, they need stimulation. They like mental games. The Mars placement also shows the type of sports that we are more inclined to do. So people with Mars in Gemini, maybe they like more like mental competition games and everything that is in this area. People with Mars in Gemini, they are also very good maybe with drawing or like writing, anything that is to do with the mental capacity and the mind, and they are very quick, they are very versatile. If you have Mars in Gemini, you also need to be careful with the dispersion, because as these people, they are so good in doing so many things and they like to do different things, so they can become a bit lost, and it can become the type of person that is 60 years old and never found what they like to do. So that is just the negative side of this sign. If you have Mars in Gemini and you can find the middle ground between your versatility and something that you like to do and you just stick with it, that's good. Women that have Mars in Gemini are attracted by those men that they are good talkers, that they love a good talk, they are mentally stimulating, that they do different things, that they like to have a good chat. So it's more of a mental connection. It's more of a mental attraction. Even if the person physically is not very attractive, but they have a good mindset, women with Mars in Gemini might feel attracted to them. Do you have Mars in Gemini? So you need professions that stimulate you mentally. Don't go to professions that are like work in a factory where you do the same thing every day for 8 hours, okay? So Mars in Gemini, you could be like a primary teacher or other type of teacher. You could be a journalist, you could be a writer, anything that stimulates you. You have energy for that. You have energy to do more than one thing at the same time, and you are good at it. So this is the first 3 signs of Mars. In the next video, I will talk about the other 3 signs. That will be Mars in Cancer, Mars in Leo, and Mars in
A few moments later.
Virgo. Let me know which Mars you have in your natal chart here in the comments, and I will see you very soon.